So this is journal 2. You did your mindfulness homework. How did it go? Speak to how you felt using attending behavior and if you noticed it making a difference. So it wasn't sorry, it wasn't very difficult, I thought. Using the feeler, and trying to have mindfulness and showing the person that I was speaking to that I was being mindful of what they were saying was a little awkward, but it wasn't very much different from what I usually do when I'm talking to someone. So if I'm facing someone, it's fine. I'm usually talking. When I'm usually talking to someone, I'm facing them. And I'm usually trying to be engaged, but with eye contact, it's a little more tricky. I can look into someone's eyes for a certain amount of time, but after a little while, I think it's like, oh, I'm looking too long or something, and I start to look down and get kind of anxious or to the side. So it's a little weird for me. But leaning forward, that's the next one, it's the L. It wasn't very difficult, but I wasn't standing, I guess, when I was trying. Most of the time I'm sitting down. So I usually have my legs crossed, and I have my hand to my chin when I'm listening. So I think that's kind of looks like you're listening, like you're thinking about what they're saying, and then replying to them. So I think grabbing your chin is like a universal symbol of showing someone you're thinking about what they're saying, or just thinking in general. But yeah, I didn't really lean in, because if you're leaning in and you're sitting down, it's kind of awkward, I suppose. But maybe if I was standing up, leaning in would be fine. I know people who have more like power, like bosses and stuff that I even have, usually lean in when they talk to you. And I don't know, I just get kind of anxious. I don't think it makes me feel like they're listening more to me. It just makes me feel like they want me to hurry up in a way. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I feel about it. Open posture and relaxing is fine. I'm usually have open posture anyways, especially when I'm explaining things. I'm always pointing out stuff and using my hands a lot. Except for when I have them like interlocked, which isn't very often, but along with the legs crossed, I still think it's kind of shows that you're listening. But overall, I think it was a little bit different, just basically eye contact, but it wasn't too far out of what I'm used to really bother me that much. Okay, so what's the next one? What could you do to improve your level of mindfulness in general so that you can better plug in and appreciate your surroundings? I don't know. I'd say just trying to have a more interest in what other people are saying, which sounds bad. Usually I'm alright with listening what they have to say, but if they go off on a tangent or like they change what they're talking about, I usually just am trying to get back to what they're saying in the first place, and I'm not as interested in the second thing because it's not the first thing I'm just trying to listen to. So maybe that mindfulness, just trying to accept the whole story or whatever it is as one thing would be good. Like sometimes when someone just goes off, keeps going down something, I just kind of nod or go, but really I'm just thinking about what I was doing earlier that day. So maybe, or I have to do later in the day. So maybe that's one thing I could improve on in my mindfulness, and it'll help me listen better, I suppose. I guess putting myself in the other person's shoes, because sometimes I do the same thing. I talk about stuff, and then at the end of my sentence, I'll go, wow, that sentence was just really boring, and they probably weren't even listening by the end. So maybe putting myself in the other person's shoes, like seeing how they would want me to listen to them, or I would want them to listen to me, so I'd want to be, if I was them, I'd want to listen. You get what I mean. So yes, I think that's about it for this video. I don't know. Alright.